welcome to our channel. This video is going to be day one of a 5-day trip that we took down to Death Valley National Park via the Nevada BDR, Section 4. We originally planned to get there via Yosemite and south to Kingston Canyon and Sequoia National Parks and then over to Death Valley. But it ended up that there was going to be a pretty substantial storm hitting the Sierra Nevadas. So we decided to change up our route a bit. So we headed east to Austin, trying to stay ahead of the storm. You can see a few raindrops hitting our windshield here on our way out of town. But here's the new route. We started in Virginia City, Nevada, headed east to Austin where we caught up with the Nevada BDR Section 4. Then we headed south through Kingston, Belmont, over to Manhattan, and then down to Tonopah. So if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe.
Winterland, tell me all your secrets. Fill me in on your wildest moments. Colored trees, your yellow leaves move me. Dancing roofs, your painted red shakes the room. When I get there, I'll let my feet roam. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer. Winterland, you're my sailing ship. Guide me in when you head for your trip. Right out of this wicked black and into bright sand. Straight towards the warm sun and into his hands. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know.
So we headed out of town via 6 Mile Canyon, which absolutely gorgeous with all of the fall colors. And then we caught up with Highway 50 East. We decided to take pavement all the way over to Austin, just because we had a pretty long day ahead of us. We had a lot of miles to cover. And the weather, we were just trying to beat the weather. So the faster we could get east, the better. We decided that we were going to stop in Fallon and gas up and get a bite to eat before heading on our way.
Let me know when I get closer. When I get closer. Let me know when I get closer. Open up the sky for me. When you say I'll dig much deeper, I will shout. Let me know when I get closer. Open up the sky for me. When you say I'll dig much deeper, I will shout. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer. When I get closer.
Maverick is like my favorite restaurant.
Yes. We're faves.
Although we don't live where there's a dice art, so we're missing out. Remember that place? It was the best.
How's your bike ride so far?
I'm excited to get out of the wind.
while we were able to stay ahead of the storm in terms of the rain and snow, we definitely felt the effects of the storm when it came to the wind. It was pretty windy all the way to Austin, so we decided to take a little rest in Middlegate. Unfortunately, not for one of their famous cheeseburgers, because we were still pretty full from our Maverick burritos. But we did stay there for a few minutes, kind of rest our hands. My hands were pretty fatigued from holding onto my handlebars a little too tight and leaning into the wind. So then we continued on. We decided to also take State Route 2, which is a little offshoot of Highway 50 that takes you right up to Austin. It winds through this canyon. The road was in really good condition, kind of kept us out of the wind a bit. And really it was the more scenic route. So if you're ever headed between Middlegate and Austin, check out State Route 2. It was a pretty great route. And then we pulled into Austin, Nevada, filled up our tanks with gas one last time and grabbed a few snacks for the road and joined up with the Nevada BDR.
That sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, destined by the motion, loving this devotion. Live it up, live it up, live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time.
So when I was approaching this creek crossing, I was pretty sure I was going to have to go through it, but I thought I would try going to the left just to see if by chance I could bypass it. But it ended up being a campsite, so I had to turn around and go through the creek, get my feet wet. I'd ordered a pair of Daytona Lady Star boots before our trip, which give me 2 inches of lift, but they didn't arrive in time, and I can't wear my dirt bike riding boots because I can't bend my ankle and touch the ground on my Honda Rally. So I was wearing a pair of leather boots that I pretty much only wear when I'm riding on pavement. But I had to bend my ankle, so they were all I had for this trip. But they're definitely not waterproof. They lace up the front. So from this point on, my feet were soaking wet for the rest of the day. But once they were wet, I didn't hesitate on the rest of the puddles throughout the trips.
I get dirt on my shoes. I don't mind climbing 8 more floors, 'cause these stairs are all heading to you. I don't wait for tomorrow's sunshine when I feel it today. And when it's cold in the dead of winter, remember that snow melts away. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance for the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. We don't need plans or a fancy agenda. Well, let's just see where it goes. We got no care for the way people stare at the dust and the dirt on our clothes. Hey, my friend, we'll never say remember when, if we keep on making memories where we stand, where we stand. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance for the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. And go put on that old wedding dress now. Probably still fits like a glove. And tell the band to play one more slow song, 'cause you still have all my love. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance for the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance for the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. Let's get happy before we get old. No more whiskey, I'll have a Coke. Catching bass on an old fishing boat. One more story from Grandpa Joe. Let's get happy before we get old.
So we crossed Kingston Creek for like the 728th time, and my feet were good and soaked by this point. And then we headed up the summit of one of these mountains in the canyon and got into a little bit of snow and ice, not much, especially compared to what we got into on our way home from Death Valley, which you'll see in an upcoming video. But yeah, then we just continued on through Kingston Canyon. We actually missed filming the adorable town of Kingston because our GoPro battery was dead. But we went right on through there and then headed toward Belmont, which was the next town on the BDR route. So I have no idea what this stuff is actually called, but we call it poof dust. We've hit it before in the Jeep and it goes poof and it flies over the top of the Jeep and it feels like you just got buried and drove into a hole. So we got lucky enough to hit it on our motorcycles here, and it is slick as snot. And you really don't want to go through it, but there's really no other choice. So we made it through without falling. But if you ever run into poof dust, it's not super fun.
Sliding down, losing track of time. Our moment is sober, taking over.
So here I had missed the turn, and I was trying to get my bike turned around, and I didn't make a super tight turn, so I ended up on that little edge of the trail a bit, and there was uneven footing. And this is when those new boots would have came in handy, I think, with 2 inches of lift. But you can kind of see I roll my bike back a little bit and search for some solid ground and can't find it and drop my bike. So, oh well, it happens. I didn't get hurt, and Luckily, I had my husband there to help me lift my bike back up.
Don't do me wrong, don't get all perfect. I'm the one who wants to know your secrets. Let's tell it all, no need to hide it. Tomorrow's dawn will bring a promise. Crystal firelights, a hand on a shoulder, sliding down, losing track of time. Our moment is sober, taking over us. You're giving me shivers, baby. I left all my lipstick on ya. Don't wanna wipe off the smile I'm
So we drove through the town of Belmont. We didn't get any footage of that that was useful because the sun was right at the wrong spot in the sky and hit the GoPro at the wrong angle. But the town of Belmont was super cute, but we kind of hurried through there and then continued on our way to the town of Manhattan, which we did get some footage of. And then from there, we took the highway down to Tonopah. We were trying to get to Tonopah before dark, but as you can see from the footage, that just wasn't a reality for us. Long day, we finally arrived in Tonopah. We filled my bike up with gas because the gas light had been on for a good long while, and then we headed to our lodging accommodations on the north side of town. We ended up staying at the Tonopah RV Park and Man Camp. That's what we call it. They had established it when they were building the solar field out in Tonopah. They have some trailers there that they, have outfitted with kitchens and bedrooms and family room. And they were only $80 a night. So we headed down there, got our room, and then went out to dinner in Tonopah at the Tap House and Barbecue. Had a super good dinner, headed back to our room, and went to bed. We had a big day ahead of us tomorrow. I was super sore. My feet were still wet, so I had to dry out my boots on the heater. But yeah, it was a great day. The Nevada BDR Section 4 was awesome. The terrain was pretty easy. There was nothing that was too difficult or anything to worry about. So yeah, we're looking forward to the next day.
That summer, she's almost dead. She's like, oh yeah, no, this is no problem at all.
It was the last 37 miles on highway in the wind.
Yes,
It
sucked.
just killed me.
They sucked.